Hi, everybody.
Start.
I'm Eric Braley, and this is Bill Freitag, and we are the creating force behind ToyRobot Magazine.
It's true.
Right here, ToyRobot Magazine. It is a magazine dedicated to transforming robots, specifically Transformers, and our love and passion for the hobby.
Yep. This was kind of the dream child of this guy over here. He had been wanting to make a magazine forever. And of course, we get to the point where, you know, there isn't much print out there. It's like, hey, let's go ahead and start a magazine. And sure enough, it's definitely been pretty popular with people that are into the actual physical, tangible product, where you can go through and read articles and look at, you know, high quality photography by yours truly, and you know, read some really interesting articles on things that maybe you didn't hear. But I can have Eric kind of give you the brief origin of what went down and how it came to be.
Yep. So 20 odd years ago, I tried starting a small little fanzine, like a little newspaper or something, through one of the forums back in the day. It fell apart immediately. So I had some recent projects a couple of years ago fall through, and I got tired of projects falling through. I just said, let's dig up this old thing. I wrote up a sample article and presented it to my friend Bill, who has had a history of working with magazines and video production and had worked for a company before. And he really liked what he read, and he said, you know what, this has legs. Let's see if we can make this work. We reached out to a friend who already is publishing a magazine. He loved it. And so here we are. I mean, it was a long journey. 2020 was a incredibly tough year, but we were able to squeeze out 2 issues, which is less than we would have liked, but considering the hurdles we had to go through, it was worth it.
I saw the potential when I looked at the concept that, well, it's a niche market right now. There aren't a lot of magazines, but the magazines that are out there, I mean, they're done really well. And there is an audience who loves having that physical copy in their hands. So when I looked at that, I've got my own video production company, and I also do graphic design and things like that. So I worked at an agency here in town. Still in touch with the owner, and talked to him, told him how awesome the project was. We all met over coffee, and he saw it and he was like, yeah, this is legit. You guys got enough to write about? And I was like, well, you should take a look at our collection. Trust me, we got enough. And he's got enough content in his brain to go for years.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do it for 20 years, so yeah.
Yeah. So it just, you know what? It was the right time to collaborate on a project that was fun. It was a bit of a distraction from, you know, everything that's going on. Yeah. And gives us a chance to play with our toys.
Yeah. You know, and Bill is a professional photographer, so he brings an incredible level of quality and work. We feature artwork from, right now we've been working with 2 artists who do amazing high quality professional grade work.
Fabian Gonzalez and Russ Cassidy, they are our guest artists, and we do these limited edition metallic posters, and this is one of their illustrations that they did.
So that's exclusive to us.
Yep, that's exclusive to us. And ironically, with these right now, these are 12 by 18 metallic posters, and they're all unique to ToyRobot Magazine. I've got one that, here's a photo I've got of Optimus playing with Masters of the Universe. We've got the cover of issue 2. And, you know, this is my Studio Series Devastator versus the Combiner Wars Devastator. All of these posters right now are actually on sale right now on our website, toyrobotmagazine.com. And the sales of those magazines, they help us raise money to continue writing, because right now we're currently in production on issue 3, so it's not available yet. And we're making these magazines to order, so you can only buy them when they're ready to go. So these posters, if you love cool photography of toys and illustrations and stuff like that, you should head over to ToyRobot Magazine right now and check out what we got. We got probably about 15 different posters available right now.
And when a new issue comes out, it comes with both a standard cover, which is what we have shown here, and there'll also be a high-end metallic cover. The metallic covers are only available during the initial pre-orders, or if we have leftover stock once in a while.
Yep.
So if you want those metallic covers, you have to get in on that. when a new issue comes out, so when issue number 3 comes out here, hopefully in a month or two, you will be able to back order what are called archive editions, which is where we go back and we fix any mistakes that we saw, and they'll come with a kind of like a grayscale.
It's a dual tone. It's a dual tone cover. They're pretty cool. It's our way of basically making sure people that hop on this bus late still get a chance to read the previous issues, but we also want to award those people who've been sticking with us and getting the collectible versions. We want to make sure that there's some exclusivity there. So
yeah, and some of the metallic covers have kind of become like a little hot commodity.
Yeah.
Like people have been really after them. So
yep.
I don't know. We're getting some questions, and do you want to answer some right away here?
Sure. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Okay, go ahead there. I can't
so
quite read it.
let's see. Are there any collaborations you'd like to do in the future?
Well, we've done some minor collaborating already. So we've worked with Unicron.com a couple of times for sourcing pictures, so we're really good buds with them. Sometimes some information might get passed down the grapevine to us, and you know, we work back and forth promoting each other's products. In issue number 3, we are working with a lady by the name of Lauren Stone, who works with is it Toy Wizards, toy-wizard.com. So she's going to do Pop Lurker. She's going to be doing an article for us and possibly future collaborations. Scott Zillner is another man who works with that company. Let's see, we've been talking to Protoman Canada. I would like to do an interview with him in the future. You know, we're working with a lot of different people. We'd like to do a lot of collaborations down the road, and possibly even just fans who want to submit an article. Please go ahead and submit an article to us at info@ToyRobotMagazine.com. We always welcome submissions, and we can take a look. It's not going to guarantee print, but yeah.
If you could get one professional artist to work with, who would you choose? You know, honestly, there's a lot of really talented people within the Facebook community, and that's kind of where we've been reaching out to start with. There's people who we want to give exposure to that are very talented and very creative. So, I mean, no specific names to announce right now, but there are people that catch our eye, and we make a note.
There are several artists out there who I would kill to work with. One who I have talked to about maybe doing a cover in the far future is Bob Eagleton, who mainly does Godzilla sci-fi artwork, but he always loves cutting his teeth on something different.
Yeah. What's your favorite issue you've published to date? Oh, I have to say half of them.
Half of them? Yeah.
Half of them. Yeah, we've only got 2 issues, man. So
number 3 is going to be a lot of fun. Number 3 is covering some topics that I'm super stoked about. So,
what is it about toy photography that you like so much versus photographing other subjects? I do the majority of the photography for the magazine, and it gives me a chance to be creative. I like taking photos of anything, whether it's, you know, family, still, it doesn't really matter, but it gives me a chance to play with my toys a little bit. And I've got kids, so I play toys with them. But when I go out and I set up these elaborate setups, they can be very entertaining. So, and I love seeing all of the creative photography that other people are doing with toys.
And I would say do what you love, because I've seen Bill work at a big, giant, 5-hour-long wedding. He gets amazing photography out of that. But when he works on these projects, you can see, you know, Bill, you can tell someone who loved toys did the photography.
Yeah, that was another thing. When we built our team, which is a whole 4 people, we wanted to make sure that every person involved was a fan and interested in the subject matter. So our layout artist, who's responsible for the way the magazine looks and feels, he is just as much into collecting toys as the 2 of us.
And he has a wicked sense of humor, so sometimes that comes through in small.
He sneaks stuff by us.
He sneaks stuff into the magazine that we don't see until the final edits.
What is the holy grail toy you want to feature in the magazine?
That we want to feature?
Yeah.
You know, the holy toy that I would like to feature would probably be, man, I would love to do an in-depth, really detailed breakdown of probably like Death Zaris from G1 Japan. That's a toy that a lot of people might know about, but you just don't see any high-end quality photographs or deep breakdowns of him.
That was another cool thing when we collaborated. I mean, he knows a lot of obscure stuff. Because we should probably clarify, this isn't just a Transformers magazine.
No.
I'm kind of like half answering a question that's coming up, but we focus on anything that's a transforming toy or robot. So I mean, we got Voltron, Power Rangers. We even did an article on like the Spider-Man robots, the Japanese Spider-Man. So it's not exclusive to Transformers, although that is the heavy hitter. We focus on lots of different things. So let's see here. What would you? Let's see here. Do you ever photograph customs or make customs? We would photograph customs, like definitely.
Well, right now, each issue we've been highlighting a gentleman, Lek Customs.
LEK Customs.
So he does these really gorgeous two-dimensional paint schemes on toys, and so we've kind of made it a thing where every issue we're going to include a poster by him, I think.
Yeah.
And I know he just recently did some really cool stuff like a Scorpion.
Yeah, this probably shows up a little better than the crazy metallic, but he's we're giving him a shout out. LEK Customs. He does amazing cell shade work on Masterpiece Transformers.
And if you have cool customs you've done, again, go to our Facebook with ToyRobot Magazine, or send us email, send us your pictures. You never know, if something's cool enough, we might be like, yeah, we'll feature it.
Oh, let's see here. What are your favorite Transformers? I always go with my trusted Optimus Prime and Jazz. They've always been my favorite. They always will be my favorite. Alongside Starscream, always a huge Starscream fan. I don't necessarily know why. I felt like when I watched Transformers the movie, I was more upset with what happened to Starscream than Optimus. So I don't know what that says about me, but there you have it.
My favorite are the Beast Formers sideline. So Battle Beasts, absolutely love those. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Otherwise, oddly enough, Tidal Wave from Armada. That toy I was obsessed with enough where I even hunted down. I used to have one of the test shots for it back in the day, and I sold that so I could get an apartment back in the day, like start renting an apartment. I regret it, but yeah.
What sort of fan articles would you like to see? Well, we're currently wanting to get submissions for letters to the editor.
Yeah, letters to the editor for sure.
Fans that have read our magazine, they've had lots to say on Facebook, and we'd love to see some of that in print. And people just asking questions on, will we feature this? Will we feature that? So those are the kinds of things that we're looking for.
I would also say articles, though. There's a lot of subjects. Though I am an expert in Transformers, I don't know my Power Rangers as well. So if you think you can hammer out a great Power Ranger article, we would love to see that. Or maybe there's something obscure like Gundam. There's been giant demand for Gundam, which is kind of riding that transforming line. But that's something I would love to have a deep breakdown too. And that's something I would almost give like 2 or 3 pages to, probably one of our longest articles, because we may not visit it as often.
Well, we can't give you a sneak peek of issue 3, but we could probably just mention a couple articles that are going to be in it. I rarely do any of the writing. I might do 1 or 2 articles, but I did an article this time that focused on the Family Home Entertainment, the FHE branded VHS tapes in the 80s. And I don't know if that was really unique, but to me, like, I get nostalgic feelings whenever I see those, and I have a full set of the big box FHE VHS tapes. So kind of threw that article out there in the hopes that it might trigger someone.
I did a article for issue number 3. We have a nice little write-up about Taco Tank from Beast Wars. That was just one of my old school holy grails, so I really, really, really want to do an article about him. We're trying something. The first 2 issues have kind of shorter articles. The 3rd issue, we're going to test longer articles. So there's going to be less articles, but they're longer. Trying to think, every issue we're going to do a character breakdown from G1. That's something we agreed on. So we did Optimus Prime, Megatron. Issue number 3 will cover Starscream and kind of have like a slight personal twist on it. So
yeah,
it'll be available hopefully here in about a month or so.
Love the poster of Optimus playing with his He-Man figures. Thank you. I do too.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Watching him set that up might have been great.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like playing a little bit. Let's see here. There'll be fan mail and questions in the future issues. Yeah, probably.
We would like to, yes.
Would you ever consider having comics of figures like the old toy mags, but the panels being photographs? That's actually pretty ironic that you bring that up, because I just mentioned that a few days ago. I'd like to do that. Toy Fair was a big inspiration for us. And so the Twisted Toy Fair Theater and things like that, I mean, heck, in our first issue, we interviewed Zach Oat, and he was an editor for Toy Fair. So
yeah, he's kind of the guy who started all that.
Yep.
Him and about 3 other guys. He actually told us that how that all that started was he used to pose little toys around their office, and somebody would leave little word bubbles or something like that. So yeah, we would love to bring that kind of nostalgia back.
That's our goal, bringing nostalgia back, and we want to introduce new readers, like younger readers, as well as people that are our age that grew up with magazines like Wizard and Toy Fair. And right now, our main thing is to just gain a larger audience. We want to increase the amount of magazines going out because right now we don't have subscriptions. We don't have enough people to guarantee that, but we would like to. We are in talks with Diamond Comics right now at possibly getting some distribution through previews, in which we would actually be re-releasing issue 1 and 2, so that we could get new viewers to read from the beginning. And let's see, we got another one.
It looks like we got about 5 minutes left.
About 5 minutes left. So here's the deal. You can go to our Facebook page and you can get all of the updates about where our magazines are currently at in production, and when they're done, when they're shipping. And then you can go to our website to order the magazines when they're available at ToyRobotMagazine.com. And let's see here.
Well, I would say if you have any friends that are into Transformers, send them to our Facebook page. Let them check it out. Like I said, we would love to get more magazines going. 2021 is we're going to focus on getting a schedule down a little bit better.
Yep.
Now that our schedules are a little bit easier to work around.
And the first step is to go to our Facebook page. If you haven't already,
Please
join it. And that way you'll know when our issues drop, because that's our only mode of communication. So we're looking to always get more fans, and we're a pretty active community. We're open to talking about anything. So let's see here. What's the largest hurdle to overcome with a project like this? Time
and scheduling, because the individual that does our layout, he works on many projects, so we have to work around that schedule. The guy who finances everything, we don't have to worry about his schedule too much. But Bill Freitag here, he has his private business that he runs, his cinematography business, so we have to work around hectic schedule. Sometimes somebody might be like, we need 4 commercials in a month, and it gets rough to work around that.
Yep. And especially when we don't really have a crew other than us, but we make time, we get it done, and we've got lots of experience under our belt. I mean, Eric's been writing for years, and I've been in video production and photography for close to 15, 16 years. So this isn't just some fanzine that you would hand out. Like, this is top-notch quality from top to bottom and everyone involved.
Yeah, and every issue is just going to get better.
Yep, every issue is going to get better.
Do we have any other questions here?
Let's see here.
I think that was everything. Okay, so we really appreciate you guys swinging by here. Again, right now you can't go and buy the older issues, but number 3 should be coming out soon.
Yep.
When number 3 comes out, you can back order older issues. Also, I know we do have a small surplus of issue 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And so sometime soonish, I want to get that out there as well. Also, if you know anyone who's looking to advertise in a small magazine, please get a hold of us, because that's something we need. We need advertisers. That'll help eventually offset the cost.
Yeah, anyone in here that might have their own business or something that's related to toy robots or toys in general, if you've got a business and you want to advertise, we're definitely looking for people to advertise in our magazine. It kind of does both of us a favor. So you can get a hold of us, message us on Facebook. And if you are really interested in getting a magazine or have questions, Facebook again, go ahead and message us, and we can definitely help you out.
And we want to say thank you to the convention for having us.
Yep.
It's been a interesting thing. It's our first time doing something like this, and we really appreciate every single one of you guys who's taking your time out to watch and ask questions. Thank you to everybody for having us, and we're going to work our butts off to try to bring you guys the best product that we can.
Yep, what he said.
Okay. Thank you, guys.